Hey there, food family. It's your Oklahoma food dude. Tonight, we're talking brown dog pizza. You know why brown dog pizza? Because it is Mrs. Food Dude's favorite style pizza, favorite place, in a location that we both love, have spent a tremendous amount of time, Telluride, Colorado. So this is my version of Detroit-style brown dog pizza. We're doing two 8x10 heavy Detroit pans. So I've doubled the recipe. Check below for the recipe. We're going to add in the flour. We're using Caputo products tonight. So Caputo yeast and also Caputo flour. This is double aught flour. It is the standard for making Italian pizza, Italian products. I've taken 100-degree water. I have put 6 grams, that's doubled, of yeast into that. We're going to stir that up. I also put 1 tablespoon of sugar in there just to make it a little bit sweet, because I like the dough to have a little bit of sweet flavor to it. All right, let's get this mixing up. Brown dog pizza. If I was to ask Mrs. Food Dude what's the favorite, she loves the atmosphere, and she loves the fact that it's named after a brown dog. Why brown dog pizza? Well, Telluride is a beautiful place. My wife loves the restaurant. Not only is the Detroit-style pizza great, it's also brown dog, and she's a huge dog lover, and so it just fits our personality. But it is in downtown Telluride. If you're ever there, stop in and have a pizza. Now tonight we've got 2 pans, 8x10. They are the Detroit-style pizza. So we've doubled the recipe, and you'll see the recipe down below. We're gonna take this and we're gonna add just about a tablespoon of olive oil to this. We're gonna add more olive oil later on too. Why am I not using a dough hook? Well, I'm trying to mix it up at this point. We're gonna get it out and knead it here in just a minute. Okay, we've got our dough mixed up. We're gonna take it out of the pan here and pull it out. It's a pretty sticky, very hydrated dough. And the reason for that is how we're gonna use this dough in the pan. Now, Detroit-style pizza, what makes it Detroit-style pizza, you know? It goes back to the days in Detroit when workers would come, some pizza place started using these Detroit-style pans. I'll show you here in just a second. Get this dough, tighten the dough. Get the dough out. Get it on the deal. It's, like I said, it's very hydrated. Just get all of it in there. And so roll it around just a little bit. Detroit-style pizza. What the fascination? How did it come about? Well, this is a Detroit-style pizza pan, but it was used originally, these were parts pans when they were assembling cars in Detroit, Michigan. They're heavy duty. Some people that don't buy these pans use cast iron skillets, but they need to be heavy to hold that heat. Because what you're gonna see is that we're gonna take and oil this up really good, oil the dough up really good. As we put it in there, we're gonna let it rise in there after this first rise. But that's how it gets this beautiful, deep, rich, dark crust that we take, and when we put the cheese on it, we're gonna put the cheese right around so the cheese falls right down between the crust and the pan. That hot temperature with the oil, it becomes that crusty, brown, dark cheese that's crunchy. You're gonna love it. The Detroit-style pizza. We're gonna start out by putting just a little bit of olive oil, big tablespoon or 2 in our pan that this is gonna sit in. This was our mixing bowl. We're gonna take and move that around, get that oiled up really good. And this style pizza uses far more oil than any other pizza that I've ever made. Now, we have a wood-fired pizza oven in the outdoor Food kitchen that we love using, but this style pizza is great for your home oven. Now, this is really hydrated dough. We've got a little bit of flour on it now, so we're gonna knead this. And I like to bring it together, roll it under, push down on it, bring it together, roll it under, push down on it. We don't want to get too much additional flour put to it. We want this to rise up, stay in a really hydrated state, so it'll be airy whenever it finally situates itself in the pan. So here we go. We're gonna tuck that under, pull that up underneath it. We're gonna drop it right in this pan. Then we're gonna put a towel over it. And in about an hour, hour and a half, we're gonna divide that into two. We're gonna oil our pizza pans up really well. And we're gonna put this dough down in there. We'll put it down there and stretch it the best we can. We'll let it relax, and then we'll come back and let that proof in that pan just a little bit longer, then we'll fill it with all the goodies. Today we're talking about Detroit-style pizza, Mrs. Food Dude's favorite style of pizza. Okay, food family, we've got our Detroit-style pans. We're gonna drop some oil in it. And don't be afraid, we want it pretty oily because we want that oil to crisp up that crust. We're gonna take and dump our dough out. There it goes, cleaned up. I'm gonna split this in half. Yeah. All right, let's get these pans rolled up everywhere. Sides, bottom. Excess oil in there is okay. We're going to put our dough, we're going to stretch it the best we can. It's going to tighten up just a little bit. That's why we're putting it in the pan. We're going to let it relax in the pan for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, in we go. You know, it looks reminiscent of focaccia bread. All right, so we're gonna leave those two just like that. We're gonna come back in about 15 minutes. We're gonna finish putting that up, slide it up the wall just a little bit. We're gonna load it up with our pizza ingredients. Bake that in the oven. 450 degrees. Get it turned on now. Okay, food family, brown dog pizza in the OFD kitchen tonight, reminiscent of Telluride, Colorado. So you see now that the dough has relaxed. It's spread out into the corners. I take it. We're gonna pull it up on the sides some. It's very spongy. That's exactly what we want. Much like a focaccia. We're gonna get that up there. Now the key is right around the edge. We want that cheese to go on that edge and turn brown and be crunchy. Just perfect Detroit pizza. So One of the ways I'm going to accomplish that is I've cut provolone cheese in half. I'm going to fold the top just a little bit. I'm going to go in here, pull that back, put that cheese right there, tuck it up there. We got a lot of great ingredients tonight to put on it. For Mrs. Food Dude, we've got cheese, 3 different types of cheese. She loves capers, so we're gonna put capers on hers tonight. And then on mine, I've got 2 types of pepperoni. I got the sandwich pepperoni, which is the larger pepperoni. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna start by laying out this large pepperoni on the bottom. Then we're going to come in with a little bit of onion. We're going to come in with some sharp cheddar cheese. And again, we want to get that up around the edge, tucked down if we can a little bit. I'm pulling it out with my fingers. We want that brown, crusty cheese crunch. And I bet you're saying, well, why are you holding off on the tomato sauce? Well, we're going to put the tomato sauce on last. That's sort of how Detroit style works. I'm going to come in with some mozzarella now. We're going to come back in with our small cupping pepperoni, about 3 across. Put a lot of pepperoni on it because it will shrink back. And then I like ricotta cheese. So we're just going to put some dollops of ricotta randomly on the top. There we go. Now I'm going to build the other pizza before I put the sauce on. So we'll come back to this one in just a minute. Okay, let's build Mrs. Food Dude's vegetarian pizza. Really a cheese pizza with a few garnishments, but no meat. Same kind of thing. Push that dough up the side. It's relaxed now and it's going to go up there. And we're going to take and do the provolone the exact same way that we did on the meat one. Okay, so now we're going to go in and place some of the cheddar. Again, we want to tuck it up that side, tuck it down in a little bit. Okay, we're going to line the rest of this pizza. Got a little bit of goat cheese coming up here. Then we're going to come back in with capers. Just randomly scatter them. I think I'm gonna break down and put little capers on mine too. And she wants to try a little ricotta, so we're just gonna do the same thing. Put a little few dollops on about half of it. Now we're going to come in and put the sauce on. And the sauce can be put on in a couple of ways. Traditionally, they would put racing stripes of sauce. But I believe we're going to do just the scatter it all the way around. When it comes to sauce, do what's easy. We'll have a recipe for my homemade sauce that I make with grape tomatoes. That's a great sauce. It's a tad sweeter than most sauces, but one of my favorite sauces for pizza. We use that in the wood oven a whole lot. I don't know, my mouth is already watering. These look outstanding. There we go. 2 Detroit-style pizzas from the Oklahoma Food Dude. We're gonna put them in the oven. I said 450 a while ago, but it should be 500 for probably about 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna keep an eye on them. They should come out bubble and that edge form around there. So come on back. We'll show you what it looks like when we get done. Okay, food family, Detroit-style pizza from Brown Dog Pizzeria in Telluride, Colorado. It looks good, looks just about like the same. Let's get this out and dish it up. Okay, so I suggest that you take a sharp knife, run it along the edges before you cut it, and then cut it. Brown Dog Pizza, Detroit style, from the Oklahoma Food Dude. Join us next time when we bring you more of that Oklahoma soul.